Hey guys, so I'm finally doing my review on Sabotage, the latest Chronicles of Nick book by Sherrilyn Kenyon. I will start off by saying this. The book was $7.99. It got released in e-form. If you wanted a hardback or paperback, you had to pre-order it. I don't know if her publisher's just, playing it safe with like, look, you've been out of the game for a long time. Let's just see how the ebook sales go, or that's just how it's going to be from now on. I don't know. So let me tell you this. I like the book. Even with all the little hiccups or whatever, the book was so good. The book was very short. It was only like 170 some pages. So basically it was like a little novella. It was fast paced. It kept my interest and it threw me for some curveballs. I would give this book a 4 out of 5. I don't know if I'm giving it that higher ranking because I had just finished listening to all the Chronicles of Nick books lately. It could be. Like when a new book's coming out, I kind of try to reread or listen to them. And that kind of gets me more invested. And I will say, if you guys never listened to an audiobook, give it a try, especially if you've already read a book, because I find that I pick up some things. But I digress. So, this book is definitely worth reading. I am impatiently waiting for the next one. Have no idea when it's coming out. So I'll probably be going crazy for like the next year or two. I don't know. Okay, now spoilers. If you haven't read the book, you don't want to know anything else, just stop and leave. If you've never read the book and you think it sounds interesting, read the first one in the series called Infinity. I don't know what the blurb on the book says, to be honest. It's just Nick trying to figure things out. But anyway, so spoilers. Leave now if you don't want to know. Okay, guys, this is a big bomb. And I'm sorry, but I got to get it off my chest. Nakota comes back. Yes, she does. And you ain't even got to wait past the prologue. Homegirl is back. I was like, what? And she got bought back by my girl Artie. If you don't like Artemis, that's your thing. I do. I have a whole other discussion I can have with you about that. But that's neither here nor there. She brings Nakota back. And I was like, what? Yes. So Nakota goes and finds everybody. And she's like, I'm back. And they're like, well, what's going on? What's going on with Nick? Da-da-da-da-da. So basically the story starts and they're like, look, we got to get him his memories back. Because if we don't, things aren't going to go right. So they get Nick, they get his memories back. And he's his usual snarky, goofy self. He's happy his girl's back. He's happy to be back with his friends. So, guys, they do a little time jump. Because he's like, yo, we got to get some things fixed. Because this is not going to go right if we don't. Everything we've tried and it's still not working. So let's just go and talk to my future self. They go talk to his future self. And they're like, what? You're not what we're expecting. Because they're expecting Ambrosius to be mad and all this other stuff. And he was like, I'm not mad. I was upset and hurt. My mom, what do y'all expect? But I controlled it. So basically, once Nick's mom died, he became the Malachi, and all those feelings of anger and pissed off that his ancestors had just swamped him. Well, we found out that's why he was sent to Sabotage Island to calm the hell down. Okay, cool. So, he's in the future, and I'm not going to tell you who he runs into other than somebody you'd be like, I cannot believe this person is in this book too. I'm telling you guys, I cannot wait for these other books. So the whole book is about Nick and, basically going to talk to himself like, look, we need some answers because this isn't making sense. But come to find out, Nick, or Ambrose as he calls himself, isn't the reason the world ends. He was like, no, I didn't do this. Mankind turned on the natural creatures and demons, and they went to war. I didn't start any of this. So they're saying, well, the stuff that we know is not adding up. So I'm thinking that's the next book that's going to give a little bit more information about that. I will say this. I feel sorry for Nick's son, Cripen. Is that his name? I don't know. He was raised by his mother, and from the sound of it, she was a bee. I mean, she is a bee, but she like treat him like dirt. Like how everyone says Artemis was is a bee, but yet she loved her daughter, made sure her daughter knew that it's not her father's fault that her father's not around, and to love your father. Cripen's mother, no, trained him to hate Nick. For Nick's mother being so compassionate and loving Nick no matter what. He's never felt that. So he's basically jealous and being a brat. Can't help being a brat if you've never received the type of love that you need to be a better man. And that's what Nick's mom's whole purpose was, to make Nick a better man. So my question is, honestly, and guys, let me know in a comment, do you think Nick's mom can be saved? I've known the writer said no, that she's going to die. But you know that changes. But do you honestly think Nick's mom can be saved? Or if she'd even want to be saved? I think basically, like they said, she was tired. She did everything she could. And life, yeah, she was happy that she had her son, but life was hard on her. I think she just wanted peace. And I think that's going to be hard for Nick to accept. But I would love it in a way if she could be around. Like, I think that she is around somewhere, watching over her boy, probably shaking her head, wanting to cuss him out and slap him upside his head sometimes. But if Nick didn't end the world because his mom died, does he even have to save her? I think that's the bigger question. So that's my question. And is he going to be able to save Cripen, whatever his son's name, from being evil? As stubborn as he is, I know he's going to try, but is he going to mess things up or not? And that's where we're at in this book. Questions. Those are all the spoilers I'm giving. I don't know if this made any sense, but I just need to talk to somebody to it, so I'm talking to you guys. All right, guys, let me know if you read the book, what you think about it. Tell me if you think I'm right, when I'm wrong. Give me your comment, your questions, because I'm curious, and I don't know anybody around me who's read this book yet. So, all right, guys, have a good day, and I will talk to y'all later.